Alright, Cat Hotep back at it again. I was just live on IG, guys. If you're not following me on IG, follow me on IG. Get some notifications when I go live on IG. I'm gonna start trying to go live over there every so often. Try to build up that platform too. I got an IG I don't even use like that. IG I don't even use like that. What's up, Zan? Hold on a second. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. One in the chat if you can hear me. But happy Wednesday, guys. It's also the anniversary of that infamous day in September. That infamous day in September, guys. Known as 9/11. They did that moment of silence in New York. Trump was there, Kamala was there, fresh off of their debate face-off. That 3 versus 1 debate face-off, what I like to call it, because that's exactly what it was. That was 3 versus 1. ABC liked to make you think they were being unbiased, but nah. They definitely were being biased. But I digress. We talked about that on IG. Take your Hotep to work day. That's funny. Like I said, I'm going to try to do this a lot more. But like I said, I've been doing it on IG because I got the Meta glasses. They're pretty dope. But what I might end up doing is just my IG stuff probably be while I'm in the gym. That way I can talk to y'all while I'm in the gym working out. And maybe I'll go back to the ride-alongs or the bring your Hotep to work day stuff on the way to work like this on Facebook. I mean, what the fuck is this called? YouTube. Anyway, I just want to know. So we're going to talk about this later. We'll probably touch on it tonight. But where were you on that day in September? 9/11/20. 2001. 9/11/2001. Where were you when that happened? When the first plane, when the planes hit the towers, where were you? I want to know. See, me, how old was I? I think I had just turned 16, I think. I think I had just turned 16, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I had just turned 16. Actually, no, I just turned 17. I had just turned 17. I was in English class 2, matter of fact, Roy. I was in English class 2. We sitting there chilling. We just got into class. And all I hear is my homeboy running down the hallway talking about, we gonna die. We gonna die. And I'm like, yo, Jesse, what is you talking about? So he said, turn the TV on. We turned the TV on. The first plane had already hit. And I'm like, what the fuck going on? And then we saw the second plane hit. And at first I'm like, yo, is this a movie? And I'm like, oh shit, this is real. Everybody started tripping. I break out the Nextel. I hit my sister on the chirp. I'm like, meet me in the hallway. We out of here. My father come through the chirp. Get the fuck home. We get in the car. So I'm sitting there talking to my cause you have groups on the Nextel. I don't think we had groups at the time. Maybe you had groups on Nextel, but me and my sister talking. Then my father chirped through. Get on. So then while I'm doing all this, the principal almost had the nerve to tell me to get off my phone. And I guess he looked at it and considering the circumstances, he just was like, "Yeah." My sister got to the joint. I think one of my other homeboys jumped in the car too and came to my house. And we was there. And then more of my homeboys called me up like, "Yo, can we come over there?" I guess ain't nobody want to be at their own house. So I was like, "Yeah, fuck it." So we over there chilling, watching the news, just watching that shit go down. That shit was crazy, man. Zan said he was in pre-K. Damn. He said your self-insult begins. One of my friends said they went to another school. They said there was a dude that did like work study program, but he had some kind of internship with NSA allegedly. And they was like, "Yo, he got a page on he got a page on his beeper, right? He got a page on his beeper, and he told the teacher he had to go. And then like a few minutes later, that's when they found out about everything." Montoya says, she says, "I was at work when my niece called me from New York, who was evacuated from the first tower. She said, 'Don't believe the news. They're not telling you the truth.'" Oh, I need the X-File sound for that, Montoya. Oh, snap. I want to know what your niece said. Here we go. Here you go with this Aaron Donald shit. I don't look that much like Aaron Donald. I really don't see it. I really don't see it. If anything, Aaron Donald looked like me. Oh, that's funny. People think I'm Aaron Donald. It's fucking hilarious. Everybody thinks that. Man. Then my father come home. He started scaring the shit out of my friends. Talking about, "Y'all going to war. They gonna implement the draft. Y'all going to war." My friends like, "Yo, your fucking father crazy, yo. I'm going home." No, I know. Everybody every day somebody tells me I look like Aaron Donald. Every day. A little kid, I was going into the barbershop. A little kid crashed into a fucking street sign on his bike because he thought I was Aaron Donald. I was like, "You all right?" "Yeah." "Anybody ever tell you look like Aaron Donald?" I was like, "Yep, every day of my life. Every day of my life." No, I'm not offended or nothing like that. What up, DMW? You know, I'm not offended by that. You know, we do kind of favor a little bit, I guess, but I just don't be seeing it. I don't see it. You know, I guess we got the same haircut. I don't know, but shout out to Aaron Donald. But yeah, so that shit was wild. And then for that, I think, did we have school the next day? I don't think we had school the next day. I don't think we had school for the. Did we have school for the rest of the week? I feel like we didn't. I can't remember quite, but I feel like we didn't have school for the rest of the week. But we had a football game that Saturday, and we did our little tribute and salute, and then we played the game. You start watching the news that day in television. I want to know what your niece seen or heard or what. Protocol said he plane watching. Hey, you gotta be prepared out here in these streets. You know what I mean? Yeah, so okay, so it's probably the same thing for us. We ain't have school for the rest of the week. Where you at, Roy? I don't know if I've ever asked you that before. But yeah, that shit was wild, man. Everybody was on edge. Everybody was scared, paranoid. It was wild. I think my football coach here called us up and was like, "Yo, we up Bennigan's, yo. Y'all coming up? We chilling." I think someone with the Bennigan's, but I just chilled out in the house. But yeah, I mean, at that time, you know, I was 16. I wasn't, I wasn't Hotep yet, or Hotep adjacent. I wasn't awake just yet. So clearly I believe the official story. Now, do I believe the official story today? Of course I don't. Too many things, too many inconsistencies when you look back at it, right? Too many inconsistencies when you look back at it. Oh, it's Holden. Okay, I got you. Yeah, okay, I got you. So using PG County. So yeah, we didn't have school for the whole week. Yep. I was 16 too. 16 or 17. 17. But that shit had everybody shook. I believe the official narrative. I believed all of that shit. I believed the weapons of mass destruction narrative. I believed all of that. I didn't know no better. I didn't know no better. Oh, they evacuated her to Long Island where she could see the towers exploding? Interesting. What's up, Reaction PR in the building? I had people in high school that was graduating. They wanted to go into the military to go fight. It was crazy. Now we look back at the situation, and it's a lot of questions that have never been answered. I don't think justice was served for the 3,000 plus people that died during that day in September. I don't think justice was served. So you was already woke back in the day, Roy. You already had your They Live glasses on. I didn't, cause I ain't pay attention to politics and none of that shit back then. I was just a breastfed child running wild. I was just a breastfed child running wild. But yeah, that shit was crazy, man. But now, there's so many inconsistencies. Well, I don't think we'll ever really find out what really happened for another like 30 years. We'll find out in 30 years what we found out about the Lusitania, the Gulf of Tonkin, the babies in the incubators. We'll find out, that's when we'll find out that shit in another 30 years that some shady shit went down. Tonight, I think what we'll do is we're probably going to do a accelerated stream to talk about some issues at hand, and then we're gonna go into we're probably gonna go into the Corbett Report War Games video that we watched last year. It's a very telling video, and I would suggest that you tell your friends when we go live to jump in so they can watch it. A lot of you guys don't know what the War Games scenario was. So allegedly, the views and opinions expressed here on Cannon Speaks do not represent the views of YouTube. Your discretion is advised. So allegedly, that day in September, all of the happenings that went down, allegedly, the United States military was doing a drill of those very scenarios. So the planes hitting the buildings, the planes being hijacked by terrorists, right? Apparently there was a war drill going down of that very scenario. And because there was the FAA was involved, so when the shit was happening in real time, the FAA didn't know. They thought it was still a part of the drill. They thought it was still a part of the war games. And they didn't realize it until it was too late. Fauci got his power under the Patriot Act. Reaction said he had to kit up and respond to the armory to start roving patrols. That's crazy. So we're gonna watch that video tonight of the war games, because you can hear the FAA. They're like, is this still a drill or is this real world? That's what you heard them saying. Is this still a drill or is this real world? Which I was like, damn. And apparently this ain't the first time they quote unquote had a war drill, and the very thing that they were doing the drill on actually happened in real time as they were doing the drill on it. I think it happened in England too. It'll say it in the stream we're gonna watch. It happened in England too. Shit is wild. Shit is wild. There's a lot of unanswered questions. There's a lot of unanswered questions about that day in September. There's a lot of skepticism, healthy skepticism, and you should question everything. You know, they found one of the hijackers' passports in pristine condition. Muhammad Atta, was it? Is that who it was? They found his passport in pristine condition, like not singed. That's crazy. Not singed, no holes in it, no burns, nothing. It's just a perfect fucking passport. What? It's like them finding that perfect pristine bullet that fucking shot Kennedy in the head. Then you got allegedly the hijackers allegedly the people that were supposed to be the hijackers. I think one of them, the father came out, was like, that's not my son. That they showing a picture of my son, and that's not my son. My son is still alive. Here he is. Hey yo, this shit is wild. The passport, who was never identified, handed the passport into a passing police officer. See? Just like the bomb at the DNC during January 6th. Just like the bomb at the DNC during January 6th. Some person that nobody's seen is like, hey, I think there's a bomb under that. I think there's a bomb in that duffel bag under that bench over there. After he set the bomb in the duffel bag under the bench. Yo. I think when people think about 9/11, people should also think about the theories behind 9/11. It's one thing to honor the fallen, you know, both civilians, first responders, and soldiers who sorry about that, guys. Phone got hot. Phone got hot. Oh, boy, phone got hot. Anyway, one in the chat if you can still hear me. I see we lost some people, but that's alright. They'll come back. One in the chat if you can still hear me. But like I said, when you think about 9/11, you got to think about the conspiracies behind it, the theories behind it. A lot of these quote-unquote conspiracy theories are conspiracy fact. You know what I mean? You know, then there's some very sketchy shit, yo. Some very sketchy shit, like the guy in Building 7 who they kept interviewing, he's fucking no longer with us before he's supposed to be no longer with us. Like I said, the passport they found in pristine condition. The fact that you got this guy saying that my son's still alive. Why are you showing pictures of my son that's supposed to be a hijacker? He's here. The fact that the guy came over to learn how to fly a plane. He just was shitty at flying planes, but somehow was able to fucking thread the needle and hit the fucking tower. Yeah, we live, James. Motherfucking Trinidad, James. You know, it's one thing to honor the fallen, the people that, you know, it's one thing to honor the fallen, honor the people that died and that fought to save lives and stuff like that. Definitely should do that. Those people didn't deserve to die. You got some theorists though that are wild. It's like no one died in 9/11. But okay, just stop. You're clearly an op. You're clearly an op if you think that no one died. Like, stop it. And there are quite a few theories out there that are very interesting. Like the one where, look at Operation Northwoods, where they're supposed to swap out an American airplane They're supposed to swap out an American airplane with like a remote controlled, I guess, drone that had, you know, whatever airline on there to kind of throw people off and then run that motherfucker into the building. But then you got people like, well, if they did that, then what happened to the people on the plane? Like, they fucking killed it. Or they live on some remote fucking Langley Island where they can't leave. Think about it, right? Think about it, right? Remember the videos they were showing of all the people? They were making calls from their cell phones to their loved ones in their final hours. They were making calls from the plane on the cell phone. Got a news flash. And when I heard that, right, I was like, oh, that's crazy. But then when I started working for Verizon Wireless when I was like 19, and I was going through like I was a phone tech. I repaired cell phones and shit. I started going through the thing, and they was talking about how handoffs happen, you know, with towers. And when a handoff can't happen, this shit can't happen on an airplane. Airplane moving too fast for the handoff to happen. Not to mention the airplane's way too fucking high in the sky to catch a signal. So then I started like, damn. I immediately came to my head back. This is like 2004. It immediately hit me in the head, right? Because I had just finished watching Loose Change. I also finished watching Loose Change, if I'm not mistaken. I'm like, damn. So how the fuck was them people calling from the airplane? I thought that shit to myself. But that shit made me skeptical of it. I'm like, yo, they couldn't have been calling from their cell phones on the airplane. They wouldn't be able to get a signal. So where was these people calling from? Because clearly you had audio of people calling and leaving voicemails or talking to their loved ones saying what was going on. Where the fuck were they calling from? My theory was that they was in some hangar on some remote fucking island or black site. They were forced to call. They forced a few people to call. And then after that, they probably pumped the fucking cabin full of like some kind of gas and just murked everybody. The one thing that's like really eerie is the flight attendant who called her husband at home and left a voice message saying that the plane was hijacked and that she loved him. And then she said, at the end of it, she said it was a frame. It was a frame. Roy said it was pre-recorded. Could have been. People calling from the planes might not even have existed. That's the funny part. People on the planes probably didn't even exist. I'm not saying they didn't exist, but the people that called, maybe they weren't actual passengers, right? Or maybe they were passengers whose names they used, but because they was about to kill them anyway, they were able to, you know, that man can't tell no tales, right? So that one was trippy. We're gonna go over that stuff tonight because I want you guys to hear it. So we got Corbett Report, War Games, right? And then we got Corbett Report. I think it's called Follow the Money. I think that's what it's called. Follow the Money, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's what it's called. Where he runs through, I guess, whoever owned the towers got like he had just insured it for some astronomical amount of money. Next thing you know, the towers go down. He collects that money. I think also it includes some CIA or the FBI, one of them was in a hearing in Congress trying to answer and account for another astronomical amount of money that was missing. It was missing. Drive home the emotional part to sell the war. They were mostly contracted persons and were told they are selected for a war game scenario, all expenses paid to keep it quiet. That'd be interesting. The Zeitgeist movie gave you the initial joint. Everybody say that, but I think mine was it was Loose Change. It was Loose Change. It was mine. Was Loose Change done by James Corbett too? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that it was done by James Corbin. I gotta look that up. I just know that everybody's passing that Loose Change DVD around. Everybody's passing that Loose Change DVD around. I think tonight we're going to have to watch the Court Report stuff. I think we're going to make it a Kick exclusive. We're going to leave Rumble and YouTube. We're going to do Kick, and maybe we'll stay on X. But we'll most definitely going to do a Kick exclusive tonight on this. Hey, Jay, if you're down to jump on tonight, let me know. Look at the people on the planes that are primarily in the government. I believe it. I believe it. Again, Operation Northwoods was that very scenario. Operation Northwoods was that very scenario. Then that same day in September, they're running war games on the very scenario that happened. They ran war games on the very scenario that happened. You can't make this shit up. I guess they did make that shit up. Hopefully nothing happens today. Hopefully nothing happens on Friday the 13th. Friday's the 13th. Hopefully all's quiet on the Western Front. Hopefully all's quiet in the skies. Hopefully none of those terrorist cells that Harrison Biden let in through the southern border rear their ugly head and do some crazy shit today or this week. Yeah, Jay, let me know if you're available tonight, yo. We'll try to keep it, I know you probably had to jump off or something like that. We try to keep it short. We'll talk 9/11, and then if you need to, when we go to the movie, you know, you can go do what you gotta do. Just check out Trump's mattress commercial with a sheep. You know, Trump had a mattress commercial with a sheep. Interesting. But anyway, thought, you know, salute to the fallen first responders. Salute to the first responders that are still with us, and salute and condolences to the citizens, the workers, the people that were in the North and South Tower on that day in September that didn't make it. He didn't deserve to die like that. And if it ever comes out that our country was responsible for what happened that day, or the deep state or the powers that be, they, them, the collective, if it ever comes out that they were responsible for it, those people need to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable. People didn't deserve to die that day for political gain, for military might, the military-industrial complex. They didn't deserve that. They did not deserve that. But just understand, guys, don't believe the official narrative, because there's a lot of inconsistencies. There's a lot of inconsistencies. Anyway, I just want to touch base with y'all. I'm here. I'm back at work. We're going live tonight. Cannon Hotep on YouTube, Rumble, X, Cannon Hotep on Kick. Tap in. The chat's always fun. And you always learn something. Appreciate the $5, my man DMW. And he been a member for 25 months, yo. Salute to you. Far too many clues as to what was planned. See the episode 4 in the Iron Man cartoon. What, the Iron Man cartoon from the 90s? That's my shit. I'm about to go look at it. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. I'll see you guys tonight, 10:30. Cannon Hotep on YouTube, Cannon Hotep on Rumble, Cannon Hotep on X, Cannon Hotep on Kick. Pick one, join in. I prefer you guys go to Kick. So for example, the $5 that DMW just sent me, even though I'm only streaming over here on YouTube right now, on Kick, I'll probably get all of that $5 versus having to share it with YouTube. Anyway, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be blessed. Stay strapped, don't miss. And don't worry about tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow got enough problems of his own. Worry about today. I'll holler at y'all.